Hello, welcome to all you lords and ladies of fate. You once again found yourselves in the self-proclaimed only Twitch TTRPG, try saying that 10 times fast, stream that allows you, the viewer, to impact the stories being told on your screens. In order to do so, you must spend fate chips. These are loyalty points that you earn just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or even just chatting with us. You then use those fate chips to heal your favorite players, summon in custom items, or make players say silly things. You can even force the adventurers into random encounters. And let's not forget, I'm also a handsome man. Tonight we're playing Tomb of Annihilation, an adventure module for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Joining me tonight, we have our amazing cast. We have Jeff playing Kenneth Noisewater, the halfling monk.
Hello.
Next, we have Lonely Fans playing Darkhearth Theron, the fire genasi sorcerer.
Ni hao.
Also here tonight, we have myself playing Jacob Bruce, the human ranger. And then we have Felix playing Scrod, the human barbarian. And lastly, we have Keyblader playing Xavier Thatch, the human rogue.
Hello, everybody.
And then we have, to mitigate the will of the fates, we have our very own DM Dave. No, not that one.
Welcome, everybody.
But before we turn everything over to our DM, I do believe Scrod has a letter that he's written to Larry.
My dearest Lenny, I hope that you are behaving yourself for the monks at Naranzaru. We have left Port Nazaru and are going to Fort Bularan with our new friend Rokan to find a guide so we can search for the source of this curse. We are getting the boats for the trip. We met a couple that were deeply in love, Jimbo and Bessie. They had a love many truly did not understand. Happily, Kenneth, our monk, saw the beauty of their love and performed a wonderful ceremony. Darkar was Bessie's bride's maid of honor, and I was standing with Jimbo. Xavier and Jacob were witness, and were both quite emotional. Once we got underway, Xavier was still very emotional, and we needed to get out of the boat and explore and air things out. We found a campsite along the river that was abandoned. We're going to investigate this. Be well, Lenny. And I wrapped that script up. I put it into the little cork, or I corked the bottle, and I throw it into the river.
And as that message drifts off, just sort of out into the bay, not on a river, you turn your back on the small stoppered bottle and head into the jungle, where we catch up with our adventurers, who are face to face with a slavering, snarling tiger. It is slowly padding towards the group, and as it pads across the jungle floor, you can see that its claws are crusted with dried blood. For now, it's not quite... It's approaching, but it's not charging. I believe, Jacob, you're still a little bit separated from the group. Is that right?
Yep.
You frozen where you are?
Let's see here. Yeah, I was just a little bit to the north. I was trying to draw his attention before Darkheart thrown a meaty morsel at it.
Oh, that's right. The meat lands right in front of it, and it just it ignores it and continues looking at you all. It has no interest in the dead meat, it seems.
This is problematic.
Well, does it look? Well, it's sizing us up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, would I have encountered this sort of beastie before?
A tiger. It's roll a nature check.
Okay.
It's entirely possible that you may not have.
No, part of it is like, if I had any, ooh, that's not good. Where do I roll this? Can't roll anything. Do that? Okay. I think it makes it over, right? I've never seen it before in my life.
No, this orange and black striped monstrosity is entirely alien to you.
Okay, well, I have no idea if it's just threatening or what. Then
It pads one more step towards you.
Towards the group or me specifically?
Towards the group, not you in specific, but towards the group.
I'm gonna take another side step further, like west.
Highs or lows?
Oh shit.
Nose.
The tiger looks towards your direction, so it clearly notices, but it doesn't do anything otherwise.
Can I backpedal after my meat toss?
Step back, yeah.
Because I'm not good at getting eaten.
It takes one more step forward.
Motherfucker, yes, that's on. I'm ready to hurl some fire at this bitch.
Remind me, you might have said that you were doing that right at the end last time. I didn't take very good notes.
We basically ended with my meat sling.
Meat sling. Okay.
He crawled over top of it, looked at it, and then licked his lips looking at me.
Yeah.
I never get tired of that, though. And here we are.
Yeah, the meat is long left behind.
Well, I just need to make note of where it was. And just for housekeeping, I'm going to hand back Kenneth one of his flask water skins of alcohol that I took during the wedding.
Perfect.
Oh.
Don't want to steal that. I might want to start drinking. I don't know. Drunken 30 style boxing. I don't know.
Kenneth is fortified.
Kenneth would like to kind of slink off in the other opposite direction.
Now we're catching on.
like over in this area, and kind of sneak over that way.
All right, make a stealth check.
Set up like a flank
As you move through the underbrush. No, it's eyeballing you the whole way. Highs or lows?
Oh boy.
Let's go low.
Kitty din din.
You get about halfway to your end mark. You get about 20 feet. Let's say, yeah, you get about 20 feet in, and the tiger charges. Now we're rolling for
Go balls.
Wait, did anybody just go?
Nobody has tried pissing yet.
And no one has a 500-gallon squirt bottle.
I wish. Geez.
Wait, how do I roll initiative? Where's my initiative button?
I can just roll a 20, right?
No, it should be at the top for initiative.
I
It
can't.
should be next to your armor class.
I can't read well.
Okay, that thing.
Ah.
Oh, I am stacking dice.
Oh! Get me paid!
Well, okay.
Oh, wait.
Let's
Right?
see.
Did it work?
I think it's a 17. Yeah, you got a 20.
It took a minute to transfer over. I don't know why.
Rokar's 20. Oh, Roka gets to roll. Roka's here. Roka goes, oh shit. How dexterous is he? A little bit.
Dexterous enough.
Xavier, what did you get, Xavier?
I got 19.
19. Jacob Bruise with 4. Scrod with 4.
Oh fuck! We were doing so well.
Tripped on my own net.
And the tiger there. All right, Darkar, you are up first.
Oh boy, what do we got here? Oh, you're well within range of everything. Thanks, buddy. So I'm just gonna launch some spells. 15. Oh wait, maybe you're not in range. Did someone change my spells when I wasn't looking?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh man. Okay, so Scorching Ray.
All right. 15 total. That hits.
And I think it's a 3 roll. 3 rays of fire. Perfect.
Yeah, they're 3 rays, and each of them is 2d6.
Pew pew pew.
Oh wait, you have to make a ranged spell attack for each one. Okay.
Oh, so I do bang, bang, bang,
So
bang,
the first,
bang, bang.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first one hits. The second one goes just wide. And the third is also a hit. So you'll roll total 4d6.
I think I.
Say okay. So the first two, 15 total. 15 fire damage. You singe off a good portion of the tiger's fur. It looks patchy and is slightly smoldering. Roka just sort of tries to fire off a hand crossbow bolt blindly, and in his panic misses. Xavier, you're up.
Don't I still get a cantrip in my bonus move?
What bonus action? Oh no, I don't think you have any bonus action
Sounds like
cantrips.
I can't use a bonus spell for cantrip?
It has to have the specific wording of bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
A casting time of bonus action.
Click on your bonus actions, it actually tells you what you've got available to.
Oh,
That's right.
I got nothing then.
Unless you want to do anything with sorcery points, but it's pretty early for that.
My only thing also,
That's your first.
I thought about using the skill bonus on one of my rays, but I'll just skip over it.
All right. Oh yeah, you've got. Everybody has
Inspiration.
What's it called? Inspiration from last time as well. All right, Xavier, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna say, stay back, giant cat, and I'm gonna shoot a heavy crossbow at it. Pew.
Bad kitty.
Bad
Bad
cat.
kitty.
That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. Now get wrecked. Oh, that's gonna be 4 damage.
All right. Yeah, it's a glancing blow at best. The tiger barely seems to notice it.
And that's all I've got.
All right. Kenneth, the tiger is making a beeline for you in specific, it seems like.
Oh yeah, just stay there. I'll eventually get to you.
You know, sure we can take this cat. So, can I run up to it then?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
All right.
It looks surprised. There's a clear look of confusion on its face.
No one would expect you to charge headlong into the fangs of death.
Exactly.
Like for him, it was like fast food.
Yeah, it's just gonna serve itself.
All right. Well, I'm going to attack it with the quarterstaff.
$17 hits. Roll your damage. Again, this it just sort of seems to glance off the tiger's thick skull. It still looks confused, but now it looks confused and angry.
I would like to use my flurry of blows.
Okay. So that's 1 key point. Two unarmed strike. Okay, 24 hits for sure.
And then the second strike is 14.
14 also hits. Yeah, those are both hits. Your D4. Boom, boom. As your fists connect with the tiger's confused, angry face, you begin to notice it seems like your quarterstaff blow was starting to make a trickle of blood flow out of its nose, but it's already stopping, and you feel like your attacks are not doing as much as they really should be by this point.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use my drunken technique to disengage.
I think you've already used your bonus action. Can you do that just as your?
It's during flurry of blows.
Yeah, that's after
flurry of blows.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, you've got like 20 more feet.
And you also have an extra 10 feet, if I read it right.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
He's back. The tiger comes for you.
Oh crap.
It charges and leaps, claws outstretched. That's a hit.
Oh no.
Make a strength saving throw as it plows into you.
Kenneth, no!
16.
All right. You take 9 points of damage from its outstretched claws, but you are able to stay upright as it begins trying to snap its teeth around your neck. But that's its whole turn. Scrad. Wait,
Oh yeah, this is happening.
I don't need it.
I lured him over for you.
Yeah, you got him right where I want him. Actually, he's like right there. Let me see. I've got a skill buff. I've got a skill drop, and I get to use the buffs, but DM gets to use the drops. And I think my bonus action. I think I'm gonna need rage.
Okay. All right. How do you rage?
Well, I get really upset about him hurting a pack member.
Mm.
Like,
Foam at the mouth.
and the veins on my neck all stand out, and my abs are extra oiled now. They're greased up. So yeah, and also I throw off the suspenders, revealing the glorious pointiness of my nipples. It's cold in the jungle, even though some would say it's a bit steamy. All right, so we're supposed to make it entertaining. So I pick. Can I just? I mean, I have like 2 squares, so can I just walk over to him and just beat the hell out of this guy?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I've got a big axe to grind. And let me see. How does double? This is a dumb question. No, that's 2 weapon fighting. That's not extra attack, so that's fine. Okay, yeah.
I believe you get extra attack at 5th level.
Yeah. Okay, I'm still learning the rope.
No.
The axe. Okay. Do I just pick my little dude up or what? Okay, go right next to them, and yeah, I'm just gonna wail away on him. I'm not doing anything with my bonus or penalty.
All right.
Oh wait, I rolled damage. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Let's do the Attack. Okay.
All right. 20. Okay. Oh, I didn't get my critical hit cards out. Okay, we'll just.
Well, no. I didn't roll a nat 20. I rolled.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, 15 plus 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So 14 damage. Again, you open a shallow wound in the tiger's flank, but for as much damage. Oh wait, you get an extra 2 points of damage. But it's because you're raging. But it's still a seemingly too shallow cut for the force you swung your great axe with.
This is not good. Well, maybe he's gonna let go of him.
Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
You that all right?
Sorry, go ahead.
Jacob, you're up.
All right. Well, I guess first I'm going to approach. So, all right, I should be able to get there. And then, so what's going on with our little halfling buddy?
Kenneth or Roka?
Yeah. Just Kenneth.
Kenneth has sustained some pretty gnarly looking claw wounds in his chest, and the tiger is still mostly concerned with him, it looks like.
Okay. So then I'm going to try to come up from behind and use my net on it.
All right.
To slow this thing down.
It's going for the small one.
Well, it's a large creature, but that still works.
Yeah, is there like a disadvantage for larger creatures?
Nope. No, it's the same. So you just
Okay.
you just roll the d20 plus 5. A 13 just beats it. The net settles cleanly over the creature, and it in surprise sort of disengages its claws from Kenneth and then is just gummed up. It is restrained. Yeah, restrained for the time being.
All right. Outside of that, I think I'm just going to I'm gonna hunter's mark it.
Okay.
No, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna bother. I'll just be done for now.
All right. Roka holds his action. He comes a couple steps closer and he says, "What are we gonna kill it?"
I mean, what else are we going to do? Let it run away?
Good point.
Yeah.
Guess it could. Well, it's kind of big. I don't know if it'll fit in the boat.
Yeah, snarling and thrashing.
Yeah.
Try to scare it off.
We tried giving it snackies. The halfling is not down with that plan.
All right, Roka he doesn't want to get too close to it, even though it's in the net. He tries to aim a shot at it with his hand crossbow, but he's just not willing to. Even with advantage, he misses. He's just shaking too bad. Xavier.
I was before Roka.
Yeah, Darkheart hadn't gone yet.
Darkheart hadn't gone yet?
No. I mean, I'm not complaining because we both rolled.
No, Darkheart hadn't gone yet.
But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to semi-flank it from the back-ish.
All right.
And I am going to do something that I wouldn't normally do because I would waste this on Scrod. But I am going to cast Reduce on the tiger.
Okay, so it gets a save. 10. It rolled a 10. No, it just barely fails its Constitution saving throw and is reduced to half its size.
Yay!
Still desperately struggling in the net, but the net is somewhat looser around it now. All right, then it's Roka's turn. Then Roka doesn't do anything. He misses with his crossbow. Then it's Xavier's turn.
Cool. So it's my turn now? Okay, I'm going to move right here. And, he's smaller now, isn't he? I'm going to move right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to shoot at the crossbow.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
You burger cart. Huzzah. Ooh. That's going to be 13 to hit?
That's a hit. That's
Cool.
enough.
Die.
And you'll get your sneak attack bonus because he's pretty much surrounded.
It's gonna be 8 piercing damage, and where's my sneak attack? My sneak attack's gonna be.
I believe it's 2d6.
Yeah, it is going to be 7 damage. 7 sneak attack damage.
All right. Yeah, another. It mules in pain as the crossbow bolt thunks into its flank.
Does it seem to take less damage than usual from this as well?
Yeah. It's already you can see it sort of forcing the bolt out of its body.
Okay. And that's it for me.
As if it. Yeah. Okay. Now it's Kenneth. Face to face with the still snarling, still rabid-looking tiger. I think you're muted, Kenneth.
Let's punch the tiger some more. Yeah, let's try and hit the tiger some more and then see what happens.
All right, 14 hits. I actually think you should all be getting advantage, but everybody's hit so far. Okay.
And then unarmed strike for bonus. For the 17.
That's also a hit.
7 points of damage.
All right. The tiger's turn. It tries to claw its way out of the net. I don't think. Oh wait, I think that maybe barely gets it. Yeah, its claws. Okay. The net has an AC of 10, but it has to roll its damage, and it does a D4 less damage while it's little. So it still might not get out. See its claw. Now it tears its way out of the net. It starts to retreat. But it does not disengage. So both Scrod and Kenneth, you guys can get opportunity attacks off on it if you'd like.
Well, that thing's hauling it.
Yeah, it's got 40 feet of movement, and it uses all of it.
All right, so I don't have any way to catch up to it at this point, as far as I can.
You can sprint, but then I mean you can dash, but that uses your action.
man, I'm all raged up with nowhere to go. At this point. Yeah, well, that's the problem. All right, it's not going anywhere. Do I have the ability to render medical aid to anyone?
Kenneth, you can do a medicine check on Kenneth. Just to sort of see what's going on with his wounds.
Well,
I don't think you can confer any hit points that way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was anything I can do to actually aid him other than say, "Bro, you look like shit," and
walk it
off. Here, look at my nipples. They will inspire you to greatness.
Oh, it worked.
Did it work? Man. Well, all right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna sprint after it.
Kenneth, did you want an opportunity attack?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and see if you can catch it as it starts to duck away.
Is that with the quarterstaff?
Yeah, they'll just be with your quarterstaff.
Show that cat who's boss.
8 doesn't quite do it. It's now that it's smaller, it's harder to hit.
How many squares do I get to move to get closer to it?
You have 30 feet of movement, so you can basically get to. You can get to it.
Well, it's still moving. What are you?
You can get to any of these squares with just your regular movement, and then you can attack.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can catch up to it this turn. Next turn, it'll outpace you.
Oh, it's not going to get a next turn. Here we go. I'm gonna basically sprint to the. If you could pick me up and put me on the. Which hand is this? Okay, the rightmost square.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I wonder if I can grab. Is grapple an option?
Ooh.
This?
Yeah.
It
grapple,
is.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
I'm
a,
trying to give cats pills before this might not go well.
It'll be a contested. It'll be a strength contest. So we each roll and just add our strength modifiers. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
It wobbled back and forth between a 7 and a 20, and then an 8 and a 20, and it landed cocked. And now I rolled a different number.
Oh, do I just push the strength number or what?
Yeah, just the +3 above your strength should roll
Don't
strength.
you have advantage because you're raging?
Yeah, that's true. You do. You're not going to need it though.
Okay, well I rolled it.
I don't
I threw a 20. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, 20. You got a 21. He rolled a natural 1. So you corral the tiger.
Yay.
And it is now grappled by you.
This is not going to go well.
Speed is
Got it in
0.
one hand.
I'm like, now you take your kill, Scruffy! Start jamming it in there. Now I've got it. Like, hey guys, anytime. This is going to go well.
It's Jacob's turn.
So you have it in your arms? Is that what's going on?
Apparently,
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
is the size thing? The size is it's now like the size of a freaking puma now, right? It's still big.
Yeah, it's sort of like large dog size.
Yeah, that's still, and it's got claws on every foot and its tail.
Mm-hmm.
If we let this thing go, it's going to hurt more people, probably.
It's already killed somebody.
Or it'll go
Yeah.
back to its kittens. Well, we presume that.
Quick, check it.
All right, you.
Yeah, I guess,
Bob, it's off DNA. Go.
See if it's spade.
Let me see here.
Oh, now that you've got it grappled, you notice a little collar around its neck.
What the hell?
No, you don't.
It says
Oh,
PG
that might
Mermaid.
change
That's
some
somebody
Fluffles.
else's cat.
So I guess what I want to do is kind of go around. Is that enough movement to go around, or would I just end up here? It's kind of like...
No, you can. If you can kind of squeeze through there, I think that's okay. You can moving on the diagonal. That's fine. You can get up to where you were. Yeah.
All right.
Because they're kind of occupying the same space,
right.
So you would get up around them there.
All right. Then I guess at this point, yeah, I'm gonna hit it with my trident.
Trident time. 13 hits.
All right.
Are you doing two-handed?
Yeah, because I don't have a second weapon to use right now anyway. So
yeah, makes sense. Takes damage. Yeah, three small pinpricks appear in its side after you pull the trident away, but the trickle of blood dries up almost immediately. Actually, make a you might have some contact with this now that you're this close. Make a nature check as well.
Nature.
Let's see. 17. Yeah. You have a sneaking suspicion that this is not a regular tiger. Whatever it is has some kind of resistance to all the physical damage that your party has done to it. The magical damage that Darkar got off early on had its full effect, but there are quite a few creatures that have this sort of resistance. But to your knowledge, there aren't you aren't aware of any tiger variants.
Okay.
But you know that let's see.
All right. Well, that'll probably end my turn then.
All right. Who's up next? Back around to Darkar, whose turn I'm not going to skip
Perfect.
this time.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame. I'm going to hold myself in this nice little flame. And I'm going to approach right here. Wait. Right here. And I'm going to pick up the steak that I had thrown on the floor, and I'm going to get a nice sear on it with the Produce Flame that's in my hand. And then when it's nice and cooked, I'm going to take a bite because I haven't eaten in a while.
All right.
Yes, that's how I wasted my turn. And I'm not upset about it at all.
Highs or lows? It's when you pick the steak up, it's a little dirty, it's a little mossy, but you go, the fire will take care of that.
Just a little extra seasoning
and
for
just
it.
sort of blacken it. The outside is crispy, the inside is fairly pink. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't
That's
great.
how I like it. We're all pink on the inside.
Alright, Roka charges up. He gets close enough to fire off his hand crossbow again. He hits this time for the first time. And gets to do sneak attack damage as well. 5 to, plus his bonus. This creature is only now starting to look like it's hurting. Xavier, you're up.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to dash, and I'm gonna go way over here. and then I'm going to shoot it with a crossbow bolt again.
All right.
Hiya!
Absolutely peppered.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep, that does it.
Check this. It's going to be 9 piercing damage, and hold on, my sneak attack.
Yep.
7 sneak attack damage.
All right.
And that's gonna be it for me.
Kenneth. Yeah. Kenneth is up.
All right.
The claw marks across your chest are starting to throb painfully.
Think about baseball.
Yeah, cat scratch fever.
Yeah, think about baseball. Betty White in a bikini.
Oh god.
Take that throbbing right out.
That's hot. Yeah. Can I think, can I use like the medicine skill to like try and disinfect these wounds?
Yeah. Yeah, make a medicine check.
I have plenty of alcohol.
Just dump it on your chest.
Yeah, yeah, you know, with a natural 20, baby.
Yeah.
One for me, one for the wound.
You take a slug, you dump some on your chest. It burns for a second, and but the throb is starting to feel like it's deeper inside you. You can you know enough to know that didn't help.
All right, drink more.
Whatever this is.
Drink more. It's in you now. Drink more.
I'm really good at cauterizing things. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill out and sip down some of my alcohol. Try to make myself feel better.
All right. The tiger does not try to escape. Instead, it tries to bite Scrod. Rolled a 13 or a 12 plus 5.
It's
that
right there.
hits Scrod. Scrod. So it's a D10, and you have resistance to. So you would take 12 points of damage, but you only take 6. Yeah. As it sinks its fangs into your forearm, where you've got it by the scruff of the neck.
Oh yeah.
But it just reaches down and sinks its teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn, Scrod.
First, ow. And second, in a grapple, what are my I mean, what I'd love to do is just fold him in half.
Yeah, I would call that an unarmed strike. Or you technically you get to pick your form of the beast as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna fight him right back. No, that doesn't. I don't think that counts as a magical attack, though. It's like a transformation, so it's not really a. But that's well.
Yeah.
Why am I telling you your job? This is like, sorry.
I like
Sorry,
it.
man. But yeah, I'll take the bestial fangy fangs. I should have done that earlier. Folks, remind me of that when you can.
Yeah, I spaced it too.
Yep. But yeah, he bites me up and bite him right back. Yeah. And now I'll see what kind of dread disease I pick up.
It's very
I
exciting.
have hit all my shots.
So I think you roll up just a deep roll, hit that +5 next to form of the beast. Bite.
There we go. It's hidden under a thing.
And 12 is enough. Roll your damage.
Beast. Big die. Ooh! That's respect.
Huge. Yeah, you sink your teeth in response deep into the creature's flesh, and it releases its hold on you to let loose a yowl, whatever sound cats make.
Meow.
Meow.
Plus, I keep forgetting to give you did an extra point of damage because you're raging.
Man, there's not a thing, is there?
Jacob.
Okay. Knowing what I know now, I think I'm going to cast a magic stone and hurl a couple of magic stones at it.
Okay.
Is that a range attack?
It is.
I think you have disadvantage if you're right on top of it.
I feel like you should be able to hit it even easier.
Yeah, I think you just pick it up in your hand and just beat it.
Them's the rules. I'm just saying it.
No. I say
that is true. Ranged attacks have disadvantage at 5 feet of range.
I like it.
Okay.
But I will say while he's grappled, he's not going to be able to get an opportunity attack off on you, so you can safely step away if you like.
Actually, that's a good point,
Like
because
that,
I
Jared.
do
Big Nat.
kind of want to put a little bit of space, just because I want to, in case he gets out.
Oh, I was gonna ask. Sack full of doorknobs.
Full of puppies.
Can your magic sling missile thing work like a sack full of doorknobs?
Oh, just
Beats the shit out
bonk
of
him on the head. 12 does hit.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Everybody's hitting. Right. Yeah, that does its full 5 points of damage. It caroms off the creature's head, leaving a visible dent in its pink flesh, where the fur has been scorched off by one of Darkar's scorching rays.
All right. Now I do have a question about that. So, I can do Magic Stone as a bonus action. Can I do it as a bonus action and a regular action?
No.
Okay.
It's specifically a bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I'm just gonna yell up to everybody, magic attacks only. And then just kind of hold my position in case it gets itself loose.
All right. Darkar, as you're standing there chewing on your hunk of charred meat, the skies above you all open and begin just absolutely dumping rain. It's the light rain has turned into something of a tropical storm. Thunder and lightning begin to flash in the distance.
Very dramatic.
Very, very frightening.
Galileo?
Yeah.
But you are up.
I really had this desire to use this catnip toy, but I feel like I have to sit in my role and burn some cat hair off. I am going to cast Burning Hands. One of the 3 that I have. 4d6? 3d6. We'll just use a default one.
Does Scrod have to make that save?
Yeah, Scrod, please make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to angle it so the cone doesn't quite go over top of Scrod.
He's grappling the tiger. He's holding the tiger.
We'll get some arm
There's
hair.
no way you're.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no way you're burning the tiger without burning.
Yes.
Unless he's able to get his.
Quick toss! Oh!
No, pull. Yeah, pull. No, we've established. Hold on, I'm gonna go meta. We've established that this is a common tactic between us.
Yeah. So Scrod, you still get to make your dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
The tiger.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, how's the tiger and I do this?
You're just sort of wriggling around trying to get out of the worst of it. You're both still going to take some damage.
Okay, let me get my Dexy Dex.
Yeah, the tiger passes. And so does Scrod. So both of you will be taking half this damage, but it's still a good chunk of damage.
Can I
Is it 4d6?
can I use one of my skill bonuses and do more damage?
3d6.
What?
What? You're trying to fuck shit up, dog.
Skill bonus. Why not? I'll let you throw an extra d6 on there.
Oh, so I don't want to hit the 3d6. I just need the onesies.
Or just click it at fourth or second level.
Oh, I did my
Oh, there
I
you
did
go.
my,
That
my
works too.
level 1. I didn't use the second level one. Second level?
But I was just gonna say that one does
Oh,
40.
whatever.
So if you like pretending, but this works too. Or all right, you get 3 more.
Oh, you just keep going?
It only did one.
Oh, I
for some
thought you
reason.
just wanted me to roll 1, not re-roll the whole thing.
Oh no, 3. No,
Oh.
but 3 more. One, you get 1 extra with your skill boost.
Oh, that's a d4. Man, I am
Total.
failing. Hold on.
46.
So exciting.
Alright.
Roasted
So
this poor cat up.
4 and 2?
6 points of damage in all after they both pass their dex saving throws.
I'm just happy to be here.
It's a good chunk. Certainly more than Rokad has done. He actually gets a good shot off this time. Okay, it's weakening. It's getting lower and lower. It's still thrashing in your arms, Scrod, but with less power and fervor with every passing second.
Okay.
Xavier.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to call out, but Jaeger, I am one without magical damage. Do I just keep shooting it?
You can try.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Hiya. 14?
Oh, good catch.
Is that 14 to hit?
14 hits.
Take
Yes.
that, cat. Ooh. That's going to be 12 piercing damage. And, hold on, I got my snare attack. Come on, do the sneak attack. For 8 sneak attack damage.
20 total. Yeah, it's getting to be on its last legs almost.
And that's it for me.
Kenneth.
Let's see. Kenneth is going to move a little bit closer and just throw some darts at it
All right.
from a nice safe distance.
Dude's gonna dart in its neck.
Right through the barbarian.
Oh, it's around the barbarian.
Lawn dart him.
Lawn dart my thigh.
All darts.
10 doesn't quite get it. Your dart thunks into the ground just next to you. You're trying desperately not to hit Scrod.
Okay,
Instead you hit Hydra.
Yeah, as a DM, I would be
Yes.
I would be very willing to have you roll like, accidental hit as enough.
If it's low enough, I will.
Okay. It's well.
A 10 was close enough to the boundary. That...
Okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that I was totally.
Oh yeah. If it's low enough, I will absolutely.
Okay.
You're raging too. You're fine.
Oh yeah.
This time. This time the tiger. I think he's gonna try to get out. Is that another contest?
I think it is.
Yeah, because he's making real attempts. So that makes sense. The strength and strength, or what?
Yeah, you make an athletics check, and I can either make an athletics or acrobatics. It doesn't have proficiency either. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, the tiger got a 21.
Scrod.
Oh.
Scrod. Yeah, all right. The tiger breaks
Oh,
free and begins tearing away again. Scrod, you can try to hit it as it leaves
Oh, okay. Because
your field.
if I am still, can I presume I'm still semi-grappled with him? I have a redemption and the rule of cool.
If you wanna,
I have a redemption and the rule of cool.
pop your skill bonus.
Sure.
All right, so you're are you getting carried along with it? Is that?
Yeah. I'm gonna cling on, and I'm gonna pretend I'm somewhere near its head.
Yeah, it's bumping. You're bumping along. But the tiger, you are still grappled onto the tiger, even though it's moving at its full pace. It's using all of its strength to do so.
Okay.
But you are still next to it, and it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to say, as I make the attack, I'm going to try and do a neck wrench on it.
Okay.
And the reason is, made you turn your head the other way, chocolate rain. Are you not
I
entertained?
see. That's what you meant by you have a
I
redemption.
had a redemption in.
I get it. Okay.
Not to be confused with a deliverance where there's just banjo music and we gotta mute the channel. So I think, I don't know if that actually did anything at all, but
we'll call it one more grapple.
okay. I don't know what I roll.
Athletics.
Okay.
Again.
Got my jock.
But it's you got a very good chance. I actually don't think you can fail. You stopped it again with one great wrench of your meaty, muscly arms. You bring the tiger to the ground once more.
Bulldog in this baby.
Jacob.
All right, I'm gonna continue to move forward.
Take pill.
And then I'm going to use my throwing stones again.
All right. That hits. With this one final stone thrown at point blank range, the tiger goes very stiff for a second and then stops moving entirely. And then Scrod, it begins to move again in your arms and shift and shape and change until it's not a tiger anymore. It's a person.
Okay, this is gonna get really awkward real quick, isn't it?
Dead?
Dad? Dad? Is that you, Dad?
He has long matted hair that is sort of scorched away on one side. He's wearing a loincloth and very little else, much like you, Scrod. But his body looks very battle worn and scarred. The lifeless human body slumps to the ground.
Are we out of initiative right now?
We are out
Can
of
I
initiative.
see if this is Can I check to see if this is something that he's doing of his own free will or if he's cursed?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
You've fallen for my trap. I'm great in Arcana. 18.
It seems like no, it was in the form of the tiger while it was alive, and now that it is no longer alive, it is returning to this form. That's the impression that you get.
Neat.
Jacob, I would say with this revelation and your earlier good nature roll, you are now fairly confident, even though you've never heard of a creature like this before. You're pretty confident that this was a were-tiger.
Okay.
No, it's a there tiger. It's right there.
Well, there's just a guy.
Yeah.
Where is the tiger?
Where's the
That's the
tiger
question.
No one
Just
ever
scroll
has
down.
houses.
It's a lycanthrope.
I expect to find those out on here.
Roka approaches as well, and he says, I thought they were a story. I didn't know they were actually any more of them left out here.
Hey, wait. I take it any more of them?
I mean, they used to tell stories about endemic populations of them out there in the jungle, and they used to pay bounties for the heads, but it's kind of hard to tell when he just looks like a guy after you kill him. So they scrapped that whole. I don't know. I thought it was a legend, really. I thought it was something they told kids around the campfire.
Hey, any other bedtime stories you want to lay on us? No matter how far-fetched? Anything like that?
That one, it's a mystery to me. All I know is the ships go out, the ships come back in. You can't see them.
Is it a faux pas to still want to skin him?
Which one?
He's a human.
But not-
I'm ready to
not
skin
tiger.
them.
You're not going to get much value out of this.
That's getting a little dark. He's just skinning a human. Jesus Christ.
He has a small pouch on his loincloth.
I think barbarian to barbarian, I
which-
should be touching that.
Oh, I see what that is. Okay.
Wait,
So yeah, he has a small pouch hanging off the side of his loincloth.
not the one that's on the front of it.
Not the one. That's also
No.
a small pouch. Sprouted on their
Zing.
breast.
Oh man.
Well, wants to touch the greasy lycanthropic body.
Not it.
I guess I'm still kind of.
You already did.
I gotta figure out. I'm still kind of holding him, so I guess I'm gonna, dump him down there.
Ouch.
You slide the
He'll
the
come
corpse.
naturally off of my oily body now.
Yeah, it's.
Can I check my book to see if there's any harvesting worth to do on this?
Yes. The blood of a shapeshifter can be used to create a fairly potent poison that it doesn't kill, but it sort of emulates the effects of being drunk almost, but with a little more potency, and it takes much less of the liquid to do so. It would be effective, say, for a distraction of some kind.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see if I can harvest some of the extra vials I've got.
All right. Make a, let's see, for a were tiger, Arcana check.
Oh, can I help him with that?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, they're exsanguinating this guy, making the meat kosher. Apparently, I'm gonna. Can I just mill about a bit? Just look around for. Well, just be aware for trouble.
Yeah, Scribe,
Just
you're
looking
keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make another Arcana check because Xavier's giving you a little bit of help. All right, the 10 is the best you're gonna get.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll if I can.
Yes, you can.
Get that blood. Oh, blood of the
I think
tiger.
this might be useful. Oh God.
Okay. Yeah, you're only able to get 1 vial of blood.
That should work for what we need it for anyway.
Yeah, you're able to get enough that you imagine you'll be able to get a useful
The
dosage.
veins were rolling around. I understand.
Yeah, he bled out pretty quick once he had shifted back into his human form, and the ground soaked up most of the blood before you were able to get to it.
Just checking that werewolf thing's not transmittable, is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to become a
Only
werewolf.
It's unprotected.
Yeah.
The scratch on your chest, Kenneth, is burning even deeper now.
Okay. Now's your chance. Hey, that means that you get another chance at that blood thing here, bro.
Can I? Do I notice Kenneth like writhing from this?
Are you trying to sort of keep it
Well,
together?
I'll probably tell him it. I'll probably tell him it really
I'm kind of
hurts.
curious if there's anything like unusual about the scratch. You know, like is he got the stuff now? Is he gonna turn into a were whatever?
Take a look. Maybe we'll call that also an Arcana check.
Get over here, kind of. I want
Arcana / medicine.
to investigate you.
Yeah, we'll do Arcana.
Okay.
Because you're just trying to specifically tell if he's got the were
I got a
tigerism.
6.
Yeah, I mean they look like looks like he got
you got-
tiger scratch pretty good.
You got 20 days, man.
Cat scratch fever.
You look like cat scratch fever, Kenneth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Kitty toxoplasmosis.
Everybody gets 220 experience points.
Okay.
By the way,
Is that where's that?
we can take care of that.
Yeah, from
afterwards.
that- oh,
I
you
just
said
wanted to
that
say it out loud.
Oh, so we played the victory
to
song.
remind you. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
Yes. We will not get demonetized for that.
It's quick enough.
Yeah. As a question, am I feeling any odd or ill effects from?
Your bite hurts, but it doesn't. It's not.
You're probably
throbbing.
half. Anyway.
Kenneth, the pain that Kenneth is describing is not happening to you. It's just sort of a normal tiger bite pain.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to continue drinking to try and numb the pain as best as possible.
It helps to some degree. You're still aware of it, but after maybe a quarter of you've got a pretty hefty tolerance. After about half the water skin, it starts to sort of you're feeling pleasantly numb.
I'm going to kneel down and say a small prayer to the goddess and thanks for the hunt.
Okay, I'm gonna do something. It's gonna be kind of weird to me. I'm going to do something to your character that's going to be physical.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I had positive. I wanted positive consent, affirmative consent. I read about this in a book. It's
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, I'm seeing he's hurt, and I'm gonna do what my moms would do, which was come over to him and curl up around him, and I'm gonna start licking his chest wound.
Maybe not. Okay,
Are you sure that you were happy with what I said?
I'll allow it.
Okay. It's platonic licking.
You can feel sort of a deep rumble emanating from Scrod's chest. It is actually it's quite calming.
These big old meaty pillows, bro.
I'm going to walk by and just be like, Scrod, do me a favor. If I ever need that kind of attention, don't.
Let me die. You're gonna die, man. I look forward to the notebook entry.
Roka says, anybody how are we feeling? That was pretty crazy. I was really certain that was a tiger.
As was I.
We're all sure it was pretty like a tiger.
So what do we do now?
Well, I think we've solved the mystery of the of what killed the whoever it was in the tent.
Oh, did we ever see the body?
Yeah. Or check the check what was in the. Did we catch everything in the tent?
Yeah, the tent just had the pack.
Okay, the explorer's pack, right?
Yep.
I mean, we could see if we could find tracks to find out where this thing was living.
Yeah, lair.
Might find more though.
True. This seems a little off mission.
No, I look over and I say, cats are without honor. They will not have a pack. Apropos of nothing. He's just going to make that statement.
Little cat racist.
I failed every nature check so far. Good luck.
You're a dog
I'm a
person.
dog person.
Literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I continue licking.
I'll look
You
around.
You've still got your muzzle going.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
I'll look around and see if I can find any tracks that lead anywhere.
All right, make a survival check.
Oh, finally got one.
Your tracks actually lead you just over to this this bush where it originally was. As you sort of bury your head down in there, you pull back some of the foliage to reveal a pile of bones. It seems like it was just sort of nesting here and has stripped the poor adventurer absolutely clean.
All right. Anything else of note within the pile?
There is a small, as you sort of nudge through the bones, there is a small furry toy of some kind. It looks like it's about this big, and as you pick it up, it has a sort of faint minty kind of smell. A very noticeable It looks it's actually a little slobbery still.
I kind of wipe it off and stick it in my pocket.
All right, you have the catnip toy of the tiger.
All right, should we head back to the boat? Let's think this is the only layer that it's gonna have. So
Oh god, we have to go back to the boat
should
again.
probably keep going. Well, until we get to where we gotta
All
go.
right.
All right, you make your way back to the beach, back to the boats. They're still sitting right where you left them. The tent, still empty, still bloody, still tattered. But you quickly leave it behind you.
It's still raining, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab it and see if I can rig it to the boat just to give us a little bit of head cover.
Okay, sure. Just make a dexterity check. See how good your knots are.
Really? That's what I wasted that on.
Very, very good. Yeah, in no time, you're able to rig up a very nice canopy for Biggest Baby, the boat that you're in. Highs or lows?
Highs.
There's just enough fabric to cover the other boat as well. So both of you have a, if somewhat bloody, a nice canopy from the torrential downpour.
That should give us enough cover to get through this rain.
Perfect. Well, the water's the same way.
Yeah, the waves are maybe even a little higher on this second half of the journey, but yeah, it passes uneventfully. As you make your way along the coastline, never veering too far away, always trying to keep even with your limited visibility, keep the tree line in your vision until some hours later, when the sun starts to set, and Roka pipes up saying, "Yeah, I think we should probably make some camp off the side here sometime soon."
All right, scream to the other boat. Let's head on in and start rowing for the shore.
Yeah, is there anything left that Xavier hasn't thrown up yet?
Oh, I'm totally empty. That first go around is emptied out. I'm just heaving, just dry heaves now.
Very rough.
And I'm not wasting any time. I'm gonna get in on land and immediately just start setting up camp.
All right. Yeah, you guys, in a movement that will very quickly become routine, you begin to set up your camp for the night. You're able to find you pull the boats in off the shore. Roka starts gathering, maybe futilely, but begins gathering some small sticks in case there's any chance of a fire tonight.
Oh, there's a chance of a fire tonight. I look down. I look over at Dark Armor.
Burning hands.
Once the camp's set up, I'm gonna start working on my dagger.
All right.
Cool hands.
Yeah. And do you don't need to make a check for that. That just is something that happens over time.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you'll be one night in or one day of work in on your ghoul claw daggers. Roka brings back a hefty armful of firewood and dumps it in the middle of your tents, and then he also begins setting up a small separate lean-to off to the side. He's pretty much quiet.
Huh.
I don't know how to make a tent, guys. You're gonna have to help me out. People have always done it for me. Whenever I go on expedition, people always do it for me. I've never done it myself.
Xavier's got the tent tubes all tangled up.
You take this fiberglass rod and insert it into the next one, and there's some elastic. How's that?
Gotta thread it through. You gotta thread it through there.
What is Kenneth's condition, by the way?
Kenneth feels awful.
Okay, he's not getting better.
He's drunk as a skunk, first of all. But he looks pale, feverish. It's kind of hard to tell with all of the rain, but what on his brow is raindrops and what on his brow is sweat. But he looks physically unwell.
Can I check him again?
Feeling just fine.
He lies. Yeah, you can make let's make a medicine check this
no,
time.
not medicine.
So
21.
Yeah, Dr. Oz.
21. As you investigate the wound more thoroughly this time, now that you've sort of got a more comfortable place to rest, you're a little bit out of the rain. The wound, there's 3 claw marks that caught him right across the chest. They are red and inflamed and still open wounds, although they're no longer bleeding. He's not in any danger of bleeding out, but the wounds are still visibly raw. You feel like, in terms of mundane medicine, there's really nothing more to be done. There's you've already applied the poultices that you have that you can, any sort of bandage. But whatever this affliction is will require healing of a magical nature.
Okay. I'm like, Kenneth, this is not looking right. You're gonna need to see a cleric or something.
I don't trust those guys. I heard cleric spells cause autism.
And we're shut down. Thank you. Great, ladies and gentlemen. We're done. Oh, I was thinking you were going to do something else about, no. I'm not young enough for the priests to care. That would be the other. I'm literally just going to stay absolutely by Ken's side.
All right. Yeah. Your wound still is not exhibiting any of the same signs that Kenneth's is.
I'll have to use my book. To
Roka says, we should probably set up a watch for the night.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take first watch.
Jinx.
I'm working on my dagger anyway, so.
I'll take second then.
All right, who's all right? Xavier's on second watch. Who's third and fourth? You'll need to take 4 sessions. So Roka will take a watch if asked. but 2 people don't need to take watches tonight.
Well, I mean, Kenneth is out. Are you already removing Kenneth?
Yeah, I think Kenneth should probably not.
Kenneth's not.
I don't think it'd be much help.
Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I think the guy should probably get some. He looks really bad. He looks so sick.
How far away are we from the port?
Yeah.
From Port Nyanzaru, you're only maybe 20 miles away. To Fort Belurian, your destination, it's still going to be another 3 or so days. And that's if things go well.
We kind of got to go back, guys. Hey, Tubi, how you doing at rolling up a new character?
Or you might get something cool. You never know.
You might get something really cool. Something more.
Nice, John.
This does seem like it's going very aggressively.
It's fine. Little do you know, Kenneth Noisewater Jr. is hanging out at port.
All right.
Will Roku know if there's anybody at Port Bellanzaro that or Fort Bellanzaro
Gloria.
that what? Just say it wrong.
Is it Fort Beloria or something?
Yes, Florian.
Not Port.
There's
Fort
Belurian,
And
and then
Oh.
there's Port Nyanzaru. There's so
Nyanzaru.
many like
Oh.
bullshit fantasy names.
just say
This.
port. Yeah.
Right, and one of them's a port, and one of them's a
Yeah.
fort.
Is it-
Roka says, "Yeah, there's. I know for a fact there's plenty of clerics back in Port Nyanzaru, and I imagine that the Flaming Fist have some, have at least one on their base. But
Sounds like a pretty good distraction. Quick, send help.
it's not a bad idea. Might go off better if he's not actually, dying though.
It sells it really good, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
What do you guys want to do?
I weighed in. Unless
What are we?
unless there's some magic temple hereabouts, it's just gonna just drop in on us serendipitously.
Or a traveling
Huh.
cleric. You never know.
Yeah. or a traveling cleric, a random encounter.
So,
Chat. Look, if the former guy can get away with his crap on national TV, I got no problems with it.
So we set sail. We made some kind of journey past out of the bay into the jungle. Then we came back out slightly. Like how far would you say we have came towards the fort? Are we still?
We're 1 out of 4 days away.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was 4 days
I'm
by
copying on
walking, but
that.
it was only 2 by boat. But I guess
Yeah.
we didn't take much of a day.
We fucked around.
Plus that guy
That seems to be our motto.
at- might realize we have Bessie now.
You made it. My things keep disappearing. I keep making notes on this, and they keep disappearing. But you're sort of up near the tip of this little.
Okay.
So you've made it about a third of the way.
Don't shake the Etch a Sketch next time.
I don't know, it keeps going. Keeps like pop. It keeps showing up on other.
Oh, that's
I think it showed up on the jungle encounter
that
map.
sucks. Okay.
Oh, where it goes.
So theoretically, we still got about a day and some change, or we can go back in less than a day. It sounds like.
Yeah, it would, you could backtrack one day, or if you're lucky and make your full movement tomorrow, you'll probably make it to the shore here tomorrow.
Or we can attempt a double time and make it in the day, possibly?
Yeah.
Question mark?
I mean, I've got,
All the way
That's
to the fort.
dangerous.
You could if you risk exhaustion,
I have a
you could push all the way to the fort.
I have a
tomorrow.
fortifying potion, or we have a fortifying
Ah, that's
potion somewhere, and we were just gonna use it to cure hangovers, but this seems like a better idea.
We could
That's right, I
split the
forgot about
party.
that.
Yeah. Oh,
Set-
let's do that.
Send you and
Good
Kenneth
party.
and possibly. Oh, we can fill the boat technically. We could technically put 4 people in there. We'd short arm the other boat. It'd have to be like me, Roka, and either Jacob or Xavier. Which I guess Xavier would be better. Either off land, on land quicker, or hanging back to be less vomity on the way.
Well, technically, Xavier's lighter.
Why would you want that?
Yeah, but I'm a shorter dude. I don't know. I mean, I can always hang back.
I'm feeling weird, but either way we slice it, Raka is coming in the fast boat, right? Okay,
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I would understand if you want to go back for your friend, but I would like to get to Fort Balurian. Not at his expense, but that's my destination. If there's some of you still willing to go, you're doing the port a real favor.
All right, I think the 4 of us should at least go continue on, and somebody should take Kenneth back.
Oh, I thought we could double time it to the port, and it would be 6 does
No, we
the other.
can't.
Or am I mistaken?
Double time to the fort.
We can still do that.
Fort and try to get the
The
burning.
fort.
Yeah.
Balerion. I thought that if we pushed it, we go ahead, and if we can turn around and go back at normal speed, or we can push it and get to the destination early. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
That was my thought. Yes.
Or if we double time it and go back, it's an even better chance. So, yeah, I mean, I'd like to go forward and then have whoever's left catch up.
Well, I figured you're the heavy rower and give you the potion. You could probably get them there very quick. So
yeah, that was my guess.
So it would be Scrod, Kenneth, Roka, and then one of Xavier or Jacob with that group, and then me and the other to
I like the idea of bringing
half time it.
Yeah, Xavier will be just a ball in a boat that is just sloshing out, just burning it out.
Yes, but he's supposed to go with Roku on the part of the plan that
Yes.
involves
Yeah.
infiltrating.
No, I think Xavier. What do you think?
I mean, I'll go towards the fort.
Well, we're all ultimately going to go towards the fort. It's just you're going to get there quicker.
Yeah.
Take care of Kenneth, get him fixed up, and then you guys can start your mission.
It's going to be a little bumpy.
Oh, well, that sounds fine then. Yeah.
So,
Well, we can split the party 4 and 2 if we want to send somebody backwards.
well, are you saying just that one individual take Kenneth back?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do? Do you want to get back with Kenneth? I thought we could all make it to the fort, have a cleric of sorts from the burning fisters.
Oh yeah.
But
if we're gonna do that, then let's just move.
Oh yeah.
In the morning time.
that's my thought. Is we get him there quicker. We start on our path to getting these our guides. We get the proof that Roka needs, and hopefully everything just kind of lines up where everything works out great. I mean, the alternative is we run backwards.
All right, so we should probably do the boats in 2 forms tomorrow: stealth team versus distraction team, and have them approach in different spots.
What?
I was hoping that the story of the lichen curse might draw a lot of attention from some people.
Sure.
But I don't. I know Kenneth is clinging. If he wants to just go back and maybe roll the dice in Port Nyanzaro, we can always do that. Just maybe have to better chance of survival. I don't know.
I'm okay with pushing forward to to the fort and trying to use that as a distraction to get in.
Okay, well, so then it's who's gonna stay with me? Is it gonna be Ian and Jacob in the second boat, and then the four of you to double time it?
Was there any reason we shouldn't all double time it?
Well, Scrod has the potion of endurance, so he's gonna not burn out. Me and you, on the other hand, would probably burn out.
Okay.
I mean, if we split it, put more people in the slower boat and rotate, that might get us in a closer time frame. But we want to make sure that they're going ahead, that they're safe at least.
No, fine. That's fine. You and I can take the slower boat.
As a quick question, so I've never taken a potion of endurance. Would I be able to just double time it anyway, without that?
Without it, there is a chance that you will get a level of exhaustion, which will impose disadvantage on a lot of stuff.
And Mark.
So it's a risk to do it without the potion. But with the potion, 100% you'll be still good when you get there.
Okay, I don't want the potion.
Hmm?
Look at these apps.
Oh.
Look at this, look at these guns. I'm ready.
Well-
I can do this without, guys, I can do it without the potion.
I just
And
want to
you
make sure.
guys can take the potion and keep up with us.
I mean, it's,
Sounds good
Does
to me.
that work?
That makes sense.
Well, I want to keep the pack together because we're basically, screwed.
well, I was hoping that if you make it there without exhaustion, you'd be able to protect the group better than us individually, or if you get exhausted and something happens. Because who knows if they see Roka and they might get very upset.
I'll be fine.
Okay, well then we'll
Yeah.
we'll take the potion. We'll risk our double timing, and we're just gonna turn it out.
Oh, that'll be
But
fine.
I know.
Scrod's got a good chance of not having of not getting
Let the dice
exhausted.
tell that.
Look at this butt. Look at this butt right here. Look at the butt.
You're rowing with your butt.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
they-
that's when you row, you go.
The whole
Whole
body
body.
activity.
It's like
I
when
thought you were
Xavier
putting
throws up.
oars in
You
there.
put your whole body into it.
I heard that.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So Roka and everybody else, other than you, Jacob, make your sleep. Let's see. Okay. Jacob's watch is uneventful. It was Xavier next.
Do I roll for that or do you?
I do. Xavier, your watch was uneventful. Who's on third watch?
I guess I'll watch. I like to have my long rest, though. You know how I get in the morning.
You still you still get the full effects of a long rest.
I get minus 10 to crank.
And Roka takes the last watch. Everybody's watch is uneventful. Roka rouses all of you in the morning. And
Uh-oh.
Chocolate rain.
Dinosaur, come on, kill us. Dinosaur, isn't it? I knew it.
Kenneth, you wake up and you feel fine.
Oh,
Hey,
What?
how you doing, champ?
Well, that's because I'm
You actually
snuggled up next.
actually you feel
Yeah,
great.
we've been spooning.
feeling just peachy.
Yeah.
Huh.
He
See.
looks his complexion has returned. He doesn't look nearly as pale and shaky as he did last
Is he
night.
hairier than usual?
Make an
Oh,
investigation
please.
check.
No, just wave that. Here, guys, just grab the tuna or the catnip box.
It's an
See what
11.
happens.
I got it.
11. No, not noticeopening. I mean, you're all looking a little bit scruffy, but
You know what they say: a drink a day keeps the doctor away. Oh, open my water skin.
Can start it early.
I'm
Liver-
gonna gently caress his cheek.
So holy crap, he's fine then.
Well, you don't feel
Well, I guess
sweaty.
we don't have to rush then.
Well, I mean, at this point, there's nothing stopping us.
After all that, I rolled another Constitution check for him this morning. And it was like an 18.
I feel better already about the whole thing. Well, let's go get this guide.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's go do
Let's go
this.
start this nonsense. Tomfoolery, if you would.
Are we still bugging it though?
Roka says, still makes sense to me, unless you fellas don't want to waste that potion of yours. The less time we're out here, the less time we're outside of the fort, I suppose the better.
Oh well, if we were gonna double time it
That's probably
anyway,
true.
let's put our backs into it.
Okay.
I'm all about full steam ahead. Toot toot.
Oh.
All right. So is anybody going to take that potion of endurance?
They need to.
Not me.
All right.
Guess
Are
I'm
you
the
guys
rower of that
going to
boat, so-
cycle rowers at all, or is Scrod's going to be the single rower,
Yeah, Scrat's.
or are you guys going to cycle
Yeah,
it
he's
at
just
all?
gonna power through this. I'm just gonna power through it.
All right.
I gotta get more cardio in. Gotta cut a little bit.
You can do it. Put that back into it.
I've been bulking a little bit. Now I need to cut.
And I'm going to view it as a slight competition and try to keep up.
All right. Make both of you make athletics rolls.
Like what?
Athletics.
Okay. Well, shot put.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Damn.
Highly motivated.
we are highly motivated.
Jacob, you do your absolute damnedest. You are rowing your heart out. And you look over and Scrod is just sort of like pulling in steady form. He takes one hand off and waves at you and then keeps
Show off.
keeps
I
rowing
nod.
at exactly
Nod
the
back.
same speed as you are.
My golden locks are flowing in the breeze. and then basically in our boat you hear, Jacob, row your boat ashore. Hallelujah.
All right. Who's navigating today?
What would that entail?
survival.
Survival check.
Not
yes.
me.
I am okay at survival. Not great.
Apparently,
I can
you're pretty damn
navigate.
good. You survived
Pretty
the
good at
lichen
it.
slash, though.
Wow.
Okay.
Here we
All
go.
right, yeah, you guys are fine. You're especially since you're just following the coast
Oh.
here. You're pretty confident in your. And yes, you do. All right.
Boat springs of luck.
While you're doing all the hard work, I'm gonna cook some more steak in my hands.
Wow.
Susan, as you row through the day, also, yeah, the weather stays the same. It's still a pretty significant rainstorm, but it's really just affecting visibility. With your raw athleticism, you guys are making an excellent pace. Nothing seems to approach you at any point throughout the day. And just as the sun is starting to set behind the range of mountains in the east, you see the shoreline, and situated up on the base of the hill, what you assume to be Fort Balurian.
Oh crap.
A large, imposing stone structure.
Make sure everybody sees it ahead.
It'd be hard for me to unsee it.
And I guess I'm gonna start veering the boat kind of like so it's not like obvious like that we're going directly in, but kind of like off the side where we can kind of have the option to sneak up or go directly up to the front.
Yeah, the it's still a decent hike from the beach up to the fort. So that's fairly simple.
Okay.
You guys have a run up on it basically. Roka says, we could wait a little bit and go under the cover of night, or we could try to get up there now while there's still a little bit of. So I don't know if they'll let us in at night. That might be the issue. Even if we feign some kind of emergency.
Can we? It's not technically a hostile territory, other than possibly for Roka, right? Because they might recognize him as a troublemaker.
Yeah, it's possible. I think most people out here are stationed out here most of the time. I'm mostly in Port Nyanzaru, unless maybe they've sent a patrol up with my description. But I don't think. I think with the time we made, we probably outstripped any messengers that got sent behind us.
So I think worst case scenario is we can probably hide Roka out for a little bit and then kind of shove it out and see what happens and then bring him in, or maybe Xavier and Roka can sneak in the back while we walk in the front.
Yeah. Does Roka know any good ways to get in here that without going through the front gate?
Not to die.
I know. Let's see. Highs or lows? What does he know?
Lows.
Lows?
Oh my god. Okay, there we go. He says, I've never been to the fort myself. I did get. He unfurls a crude map. It's hand drawn. It looks like not by him. By maybe somebody he convinced to give him the info in a bar because the lines are pretty wobbly.
Yeah, wait a minute.
What throwing utensil?
What did you just say?
I will have this map for you guys next time. I didn't prepare it today. But he says, yeah, there's the main gate, and then they've got this other side gate around on the southern edge. But my contact said it's closed and barred most of the time. We might be able to still get in that way, though.
Oh.
We might be able to get up and over the walls some kind of way.
Can we?
Yeah, I think he looks at Xavier and he says, I imagine that the two of us, we can make our way in.
So what's...
Sure. I have an idea. If I can have someone's crowbar, and I'll use my my heavy crossbow to make like improvised grappling hook. Maybe.
The only thing I have
like
is
this.
some rope. I do not have a crowbar.
Dang it.
Actually,
Well, wait, we yeah,
what was in the?
we can bend.
Yep, sorry. No.
I was an explorer.
We have a halfling. You hook a rope up to one of them, you toss.
Oh, I actually do have a crowbar. Jokes on me. It's in my pack. So I do have a crowbar and I have plenty of rope.
Cool.
Okay.
If I can borrow that.
Well, I'm expecting no return.
Okay. Xavier, I made a sleight of hand check to see how your nodding was, and that's for me to know and you to find out.
On a third note,
Okay.
if we do,
I'm pretty good at sleight of hand.
You got a good bonus.
Scope out the area first. What do you think Scrod Toss, Roka, and Xavier would go over the fence?
Roka. Okay, this is a question. This is one of my favorite D&D podcasts. The DM always says, he's like, I make every person, when we make characters, tell me how tall they are and how much they weigh, because I know at some point one of you motherfuckers is going to try to throw one of you other motherfuckers.
Well,
And now is that time. So Xavier and Roka. Roka's a halfling. He's a fairly, I would say, a fairly svelte guy. Well, he's not that. But, he's maybe 50 pounds.
Well, the alternative is I can always enlarge Scrut, and he can just gently lay him down the other side. So,
well, I mean, part of it is that, you know, as Darkar and I found out in Simmervale, getting him over to the top of the wall is different than getting him down the other side.
Correct.
I think he still limped a little bit for a week after I threw him over. So I'm a little leery.
Yeah, that coccyx will get you.
But 50 pounds, oh yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think the grapple plan should be good.
I'm excited by our options.
I love this plan.
I don't hate it.
All right, well, I think we're probably going to have to see this plan enacted next time.
Oh no, I like the idea that I've reached over and I picked one of them up off the ground and we stopped there.
Sure.
Just enhancing. Yeah, you easily pick up Roka by the scruff of his neck.
I've got Roka and I'm winded up like I was gonna do with that tiger.
Next time on Annihilation.
Well, I'm only like 5'5".
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I have no idea how heavy.
Scrod's pretty strong.
He's probably still lighter than a canoe, or kayak, or oh my.
Are you lighter than a canoe? Find out next time.
No idea.
Yes, next time on Tomb of Annihilation. Are you light canoe?
All right. On that note, I'd like to thank all the cast and all the audience for participation tonight. I don't have a Happy Meal box.
But if you did,
if I did, I would do it. Yes. So, everybody, we will return. Well, actually, first, if you're joining us for the first time and you enjoyed what we did tonight, please hit that follow button down in the bottom right corner. And join us for Star Trek tomorrow evening, 8:30 Eastern time, as we initiate our new crew member and see how that goes. Then Tuesday, I believe Billy Wildstar will be streaming the Celesta game, and a couple of us will be participating with that. So that should be entertaining. Wednesday, we will have the Ruby Fabled campaign as they fight some Borbatusks. And that will be Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern Time. Thursday, we'll be back for Star Wars as we navigate the jungles of Teth with our 2 Imperial Walkers. See how long that lasts. Followed by, we'll be back for the Rifts Hitchhiker's Guide to the Megaverse, our second Rifts stream, which will be Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a new cast member that has joined us for that, so come swing by and say hi. And then we'll return next Sunday for continuation of Tomb of Annihilation. And Magic Voice, are you preparing a raid for us this evening? Okay, great.
Raid.
What's that?
Magic Voice said something.
Raid.
Yep.
Magic Voice was really good about, like, you know, Magic Voice said something absolutely hilarious, and it would just make you completely rethink what comedy is. That's why we were excited.
So
I mean, we can't deliver
No,
it.
no,
That's
no.
the-
It
was all in the
was
delivery.
all in the delivery. You'll never
wouldn't
understand
do it
how good
justice.
Magic Voice is.
It's magic.
It's magic. That's why he's Magic Voice.
If it's not experienced, you don't get the full effect.
Yeah. It sort of works like in here. It's like ASMR for your funny bone. Oh, I killed it, didn't I? I buried.
Anybody else have anything to plug?
Well, we're still looking for. Someone is still looking for a Solar Patrol person. So that's it, because we're not sure if one of the players might not be able to make it because basically they really hate staying up and starting play at 2 a.m. So that's a damper.
That can be rough.
That'd be a little tough on them. But yeah, if you know anyone who is interested in, well, let's just say getting really, really meta on things, and if they have a favorite kind of ham actor, this would be a game they'd want to be considering. And everyone's asleep. Reset.
We also still need. We can still take another player in the Saturday risk stream too, if anybody's interested in that.
Yeah, or if keep in mind, send friends. I mean, I think about 2 people in the audience have friends outside of the audience, so send them our way. I think we have to.
All right, and I think we are set for our raid. So obviously, if you could stick around and for the raid and help support tabletop role-playing streamers, that would be fantastic. But be only annoying enough to say hi and send some follows and support. So with that, we will say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you later.